Less than FAP class equals data end equals 477 data start equals 93 greater than. Today, I want to talk about a deeply troubling case that has captured national attention and raises serious questions about accountability, immigration, enforcement, and human rights. I'm referring to the deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a 29-year-old construction worker from Maryland, who was mistakenly deported to El Salvador despite having legal protection to remain in the U.S. Less than P class equals data end equals 1014, data start equals 479, greater than Abrego Garcia, lived in the United States with his wife and 3 children. He had a valid work permit since 2019, and an active immigration court order that specifically barred his removal due to credible fears of persecution in El Salvador, where violent gangs like MS-13 and Barrio 18 are a constant threat. But somehow, none of that mattered when, nearly a month ago, he was swept up in a mass deportation flight alongside over 200 Venezuelans accused, without clear evidence, of being linked to the criminal group El Tren de Aragua. Less than P class equals data end equals 1409, data start equals 1016 greater than. Here's the shocking part. Instead of being deported to Venezuela like the others, Kilmar was sent to a high-security prison in El Salvador, the notorious Sicat facility. This place is known as the Mega Prison, housing up to 40,000 alleged gang members. Ábrego, who had no criminal record, was thrown into one of the harshest prison environments on the continent. And it all happened in error. Less than P class equals data end equals 1804 data start equals 1411 greater than. His wife, Jennifer Vasquez, gave an emotional plea during a press conference, saying, less than M data end equals 1556 data start equals 1497 greater than. Kilmar, if you can hear me, I'm still fighting for you. The family's fight might be inching toward justice. On April 11th, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the federal government must facilitate Kilmar's return to the U.S., rejecting the Trump administration's argument that nothing more could be done. Less than P class equals data end equals 2139, data start equals 1806 greater than. But the situation is still murky. A federal judge, visibly frustrated, slammed government attorneys for failing to provide even the most basic answers. Where is Kilmar now? What efforts have been made to bring him back? What steps are planned? The government silence is, in the words of Judge Paula Sheenis, less than M data end equals 2139 data start equals 2114, greater than, extremely concerning. Less than P class equals data end equals 2446 data start equals 2141 greater than. Kilmar's lawyer, Simon Sandoval-Moschenberg, was blunt. Less than M data end equals 2336 data start equals 2196 greater than, quote, everyone knows he's in a prison in El Salvador because the U.S. put him there. Getting him back should be simple. They just have to ask. And honestly, he's right. The U.S. has the diplomatic and legal means to right this wrong. It just has to act. Less than P class equals data end equals 2722. Data start equals 2448 greater than. This isn't just one man's story. It's a mirror reflecting the cracks in a system that allowed a legal resident to vanish into a foreign prison. And until Kilmar is home with his family, safe and sound, this case remains not just a legal debacle, but a human rights emergency. Less than P class equals data end equals 2767, data start equals 2724, greater than. Let's hope justice doesn't take any longer. Stay subscribed for more videos.